Alright, welcome back to Minecraft Hardcore Season 3, Episode 27 on day 1508. So, since the last episode, there has actually been another episode recorded. I know that sounds weird, but there's been a teensy bit of progress around here that you can probably see. There's about 3 differences on camera right now from that happened between episodes, and basically I filmed the whole episode, and looking back, it was just like me babbling on about ideas and plans for this place while there was very little work done, and I don't want that to be an episode, so I decided I would just scrap the episode. Now, the most obvious thing you can see is that thing there and that thing there. So those are actually the markings of how the cliffs are going to come down, or the kind of sort of way they're going to come down. It might not be exactly what it is, but it's kind of, it's the gist of how it's going to look all the way around. The second thing you might be able to notice, when I zoom in it's obvious, but there's actually a circle going around the bottom here, which basically, I'll show you what this is. So this is the marking of where the river at the bottom of the cliffs are going to be. If this is like the first episode you're watching and you have no idea what I'm talking about, you might want to go watch episode 23, I think it was. Towards the end of that, I explain what this whole project is going to look like, but basically this circle is going to be about where the center of the river is. It's not actually the exact center between that circle and this one. It's actually the center between that thing and that one, so that it looks visually correct. You see, the thing is, since this plateau is higher, the cliff wall, it comes further out from the actual top than over here, because, it's taller, it just makes sense. So this circle, the edge of it is a little further out than it should be, but that's not really a big deal. I want it to look in the center visually, not mathematically. Because if the cliff comes all the way along the wall, just because of how the tops are, it's going to come in a circle like this, right? So the river's going to be circular, and I just wanted to get an idea as to where that's going to be, which is why I built that circle. Third and final thing you might notice, though it's very hard to tell, is that this circle is actually bigger than it was in the last episode. In the previous episode, the circle had a radius of 35, and now the circle has a radius of 40. So it's 5 blocks longer, so meaning instead of a 75 circle, it's an 81 circle. But the center is still the same right here. Basically, the reason I decided to bump it further out is, one, I did want to have more room to put the quartz castle here, so I figured giving myself just that little bit extra room would be useful. And the second reason I decided to bump it out is because when it was 5 blocks further back, there was a lot of room between the bottoms of the cliff, so I decided that I would kind of bring it out more so that there's not so much room, because I don't want there to be a shitload of room between the two cliff sides, but I do want there to be enough for a river and kind of the river bank. I think that's basically it. The only other thing I did, which you might be able to notice, is I patched up all of the ravines and caves, though I missed one over there. But as you can see here, there used to be a big ravine that cut through here, another one there, and I just kind of patched them all up, which is why there's a lot of massive patches of diorite. I figured I'd use diorite because when else am I going to be using diorite? So believe it or not, that's pretty much all I did in the last episode. Yeah, that is how much I was babbling on for. There is actually one other thing that I did, which I'll get into here in a minute, but you'll also notice that the coal tower is gone. I decided to mine that out. It took about almost 30 minutes to completely mine it down, which you guys are actually going to see a time-lapse of now. Well, this is a bit different from what I usually do, huh? So, between episodes, I downloaded the replay mod so I can do stuff like this. If you don't know, you can basically, if you've ever played like first-person shooter games where you can go back and look at the replays of like matches and stuff and you can fly around, that's basically what the replay mod lets you do. So I've basically been using that for a bit. I was tinkering around with it a little bit, so I was able to do this. I might do more stuff like this in the future with time lapses where it's like from a third-person perspective and sped up. So that'd be pretty cool. But I want to tell you guys real quickly while this is going that a new series is going to be coming soon. A new hardcore series. Not just a random challenge video, but there's actually going to be a hardcore series starting up with a twist. Because as we get to the grindier bits of projects like this, videos are going to take longer to come out. And if I want to be more consistent, I'm going to need a new series. So yeah, look out for that. I don't know exactly when it's coming out, but... So this is the amount of coal I have at the end of that. We have almost 12 stacks of blocks of coal, and then you might be wondering why I have 5 stacks of coal ore. Well, there's a reason for that. So when I get to actually building up the cliff walls, obviously the cliff walls aren't going to stay as just complete stone, right? I'm going to decorate them. I'm going to give some texture variation with like andesite and cobblestone and that kind of stuff. And I figured adding in some coal and iron ore would also make the cliff seem more realistic, you know? It'd make it look better. So I decided to keep some coal just so that I can at least have some to decorate the cliffs with. But what else did we do in the previous episode that was not released? Well, to show you guys, we actually have to jump into a different world. I know, weird, huh? But yeah, I'm going to pop over to a creative world real quick and show you what I did. So I am in a bit of a weird world here, as you can see. It's the world has some trouble loading in. So just give it a moment, it'll load. But this is actually just a super flat ocean world. So that's kind of what this is here. And basically what I was doing is I was testing out some ways to drain water so that we can get rid of the water in the Sacred Isle, obviously, because that needs to go. So I came to this world to test some machines. The first one I tested was this thing, which actually broke when I tried to use it. This part of the machine should be attached here, but basically when I break this obsidian block, it comes across, and once it hits an immovable block, it comes back, and then the machine moves it over one, and then shoots it back across. Kind of like the machine I used to blow up spawn chunks. However, this machine I decided not to use because, well, it's not very tall, as you can see. It can only clear about 4 of these blocks at a time, so it just wouldn't be worth using, right? So then what was the method I'm going to use? Am I really just going to need to use sponges or completely fill it with sand? Well, actually, no. This hole was created by a machine in a couple minutes. Not even. This is Ray's Honey Block Water Sweeper, I believe it's called. I don't know exactly I think it's called the Honey Block Sweeper, something like that. And this fancy machine pushes all of this forward at once so that it can drain the water. So if I pull out a redstone block here, I'm actually going to activate the machine so you can see it in work. It's very laggy. It's a very laggy machine. But you can see that it goes and it drains the water in front of it. Again, it's very laggy, but it's doing its job. It is doing its job, so it works. And then to deactivate it, I just have to do that. And then it usually breaks when I do this, so I just have to do this. Whoops. Oopsies, I activated it again. There, now it's fixed. But yeah, I think this is what I'm going to be using to drain the water. But there's one very, very big issue with this machine that you might notice. It takes a lot of slime and honey. Like, each one of these little lines here is like 10 slime blocks, and then 9, I think. And then 9 honey, and then like 9 more there. So, needless to say, this takes a lot a lot of honey and slime. Now, the slime blocks is not as big of an issue to get, right? It's the honey blocks that I'm worried about getting, because honey is way harder to get than slime, especially in this quantity, you know? So, here's the plan. I'll get into the details about what order we're going to be doing the whole project in once we get back into the hardcore world, but this basically, what I'm gonna need is I'm gonna need a slime farm, obviously, and I'm gonna need a honey farm, because, well, there's no way I'm going to kill enough slimes in the marsh to get this amount of slime blocks. I think I have like maybe a stack of blocks lying around here somewhere, but this is a lot more than a stack. And not only that, but I do not believe this goes down to Y39. Well, let's see here. This is at 106. This thing needs to be about 24 blocks tall, right? So, actually, I think it is good, maybe? I'm doing math because I don't trust my mental math. So, this is about 20 blocks. So, I will actually need to add a little bit more honey and slime to this thing by changing these for sticky pistons like we have up here. You can see them through the honey and slime. And then we need to add like 4 more layers of honey and slime at the bottom here so that it'll reach the bottom of the water. It'll reach the ocean floor. So yeah, what this basically means is in the coming episodes, we're going to need to get a good supply of honey and a good supply of slime. And we're actually tackling the slime problem today. That's right, everyone. Today we are going to be creating a slime farm over at Spawn Chunks. But there's still a few more things I want to discuss before we get into that. I'm sorry that this video has a lot of me babbling on, but I really need to tell you guys this stuff so that you can get an idea of how we're going to be doing this, what order we're going to be doing things. So just bear with me here while I try and get through this as fast as possible. So the big issue I've had with wanting to drain the ocean using a machine is that I want to be able to build the cliff walls while underwater, because if all the water's gone when I want to build these massive cliff walls that go from this stone circle to where did you come from? Well, sir, you will be known as Gerald. I will hopefully come back to you someday. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I want to build these massive cliffs while the water is still here, because building these cliffs above water is a pain in the ass, you know? You gotta get scaffolding, it's harder to see, while if I'm building this underwater, I can just swim up to where I want to build it. I don't have to build using scaffolding, I can just swim away. And look at it from a distance. So that was what I was gonna do. I wanted to do this before the water draining, but that raises another issue. If the cliffs are here when I'm draining the water, that's gonna make it more of a pain in the ass for the machine to get through this area, because there's gonna be the jagged cliff walls that'll stop the machine, and it'll just be a mess. So I've come up with a way to have both fairly well, and I think this is the best way of doing it. So basically, the plan and the order we're going to be doing things is the outer cliff walls, like on this outer circle here, we're going to build those. We're going to build those next. We're going to get them go down to the ocean floor, make them look decent, and then we are going to... And so what we're going to do then is, around here is the center of this, is the corner of this circle, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to start the machine about here and have it sweep across. However, about here maybe, there's going to be a wall that goes out to there, and then over again, and here, if you get what I mean. So all of these corners are going to be connected by a wall. Now, that will leave these big areas here that still have water in them, but then we will be able to successfully push a machine through the center here and not worry about it getting stuck on the stone walls. And I actually am going to be doing some testing to see if we can just let the machine run straight into the stone walls without any problems, but we might not be able to. So what I think we're going to doing to get like the both of each of each option, we can either drain easier or build the cliffs easier. I think we're going to build the cliffs easier and then drain a big part of the ocean with the water, but then because there's going to be no water in the center here, we're going to have to build these center circle cliffs out of water. But I think we get the best of both worlds by doing it that way. So I think in the next few episodes, we're going to spend a lot of time building up the cliff walls and building up getting a good source of honey in one of these next episodes so that we can get enough honey blocks. But I've been babbling on for a while now. Let's get to building this slime farm. Also, I forgot to look at the bamboo supply at the end of the last episode, so we can actually check how much we have, and yeah, we only have 13. So I don't actually think that crops grow in spawn chunks if you're not here. So we'll actually have to be here for this thing to run, but that's fine because we don't need like a shitload of bamboo anyways. It's not the end of the world. The iron farm appears to be broken again. I don't know what's up, but this thing sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't, which is a bit weird because I actually fixed the iron golem problem we were having over at the farming village, but we still have a decent amount of iron. Yeah, so these 3 rows are filled with iron ingots, so we should be fine there. But yeah, I don't know what's happening down here. Also, how the hell did a hopper get in here? So I believe this chunk here is actually a slime chunk along with this one right next to it. However, I'm not sure if I want to build it in these chunks. Basically, I found these 2 chunks when I was, when I was draining all the lava and water out of this segment of spawn chunks, I was finding a lot of slimes, so I decided to kind of write down some of the slime chunks that I knew existed, and I know for sure that this one is, but I think that one is as well, but I'm not sure. I have a couple others written down that we can check, but the reason I'm not sure about this one is because there's no other spots where mobs can spawn. This is going to be an insanely efficient slime farm. However, it's so close to the edge of spawn chunks that while this thing is loaded, the mobs could be spawning over there maybe, unless I position myself right. The other issue is that I will have to extend this water stream out super far, while all the other ones don't have to be extended super far. So that would kind of just annoy me. So I think this chunk here is also a slime chunk, but I'm not entirely sure with this one. This is one of the ones that I marked down as maybe a slime chunk, but I turned off the creeper farm for now because it's stupid efficient, and I just was getting too much gunpowder, and plus with this slime farm, it'd be taking up some of the mob cap, while at the moment I want it concentrated on the slime farm. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna build it here and hope that it's a slime chunk. I don't know if I don't want to use like one of those things where I look them up, but at the same time, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna build it here and worry later. Probably a stupid move, but let's face it, I'm not a very smart individual, am I? Ooh! A slime. Whoa. It appears that lots of slime spawned here. Okay, we can confirm that this is a slime chunk then. Those spawn fast, but I'm actually not going to use iron blocks for this one because it would actually take a stupid amount of iron blocks, and I want to use slabs because the other layers are going to have to be made of slabs as well. I think the design I'm going to go for this is a design by, what's his name? Shulkercraft. Had to double check there. So, yeah, I'm going to replace these. I kind of want to use quartz because I've always kind of wanted to make these into the nice white color, like everything uses iron up there, and I wanted to change these to iron, but I think I'm just going to use stone brick for now. So I'm out on a quest to try and find wild pumpkins because I need some for iron golems, And I found this very glitched out pillager outpost. I think I'm in new chunks here, which is weird because I'm not super far off the witch farm. But I don't recognize this area. And this place is glitched as hell. I might very well be in new chunks right now. What the hell? This doesn't look right. This must be like a 1.16 terrain generation bug because this is most definitely not correct. I'm getting bad frame lag in this area as well, like it's just not right. I just wanted pumpkins, and instead I've found this shit. Well, I can't find anything, so any more pumpkins, so it looks like we're just gonna have to grow them, which I am not looking forward to doing. It's just annoying. I can't be bothered to do that. This is what my life has come to. So, the slime farm is up and running, and at the same time, I've hooked it up to the system here. So now the slime balls are collected down beneath, and they go into this system, which shoots them up into the water stream. But I have not done that. I have not hooked up the water stream part yet because, well, we do not have a space marked out for them in the storage unit. So I've got to do that real quick. I say 2 rows might be enough. So let's give them, let's give slime balls these 2. Should we do 3? Let's do 2 for now. We can expand it depending on how much we actually gather. But here I'm just going to do this, that should make it so that all slime balls go into there. So now I just need to restart this system here by adding some redstone, and there it goes. Also, I don't know if you guys remember the problem where there'd be items that get stuck there on that ice block. I actually fixed that by replacing it with ice, so now I don't think items should be stuck there anymore. But yeah, this farm works pretty well. It's pretty simple, just the slimes spawn, they see the iron golems, so they jump down to get it, and then they die on the magma, or the iron golem can sometimes hit them. So, pretty useful farm. It's designed by Shulkercraft. I'll leave a link to this in the description, so you guys can check out the video and make it yourself if you want to. But yeah, it's pretty simple. It's just, we have... Hold the phone. Oh, God. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? What did I do wrong? It works over here. It worked for the creeper farm. What's wrong? On comparator into that. Do I need a chest beneath it? Do I need a chest? Is that something that I need? I think I remember that being a thing. I think I need a chest. That means this is going to be annoying to fix, actually. Yep, that fixes it, meaning this entire system here needs to be lowered by 1 block. That's very, very annoying. Actually, that's really annoying. There's got to be a way I can do it, right? There's gotta be a way. What if I replace that hop? No, that wouldn't work. Okay, so I lowered the whole system by 1, and if I replace the redstone up here again, it should activate, hopefully, and all the slime should be coming in properly. Not there. Boom, yes. How much, slime we actually get in here? Oh, there's a lot. No, not... There might be kelp going through the system then. That's fine. I can get this stuff out later. It's not super difficult to get, but... Oh, God. Yeah, we're definitely getting a lot of slime. Let's check the chests down here. Let's check the chests and stuff down here. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. We have so much slime. Whoops. Well, I don't think slime is going to be a problem, guys. One issue that I have, though, that I didn't think about is, I wanted this, as you guys know, I want to put a layer of black concrete here, and then put black glass on top to make it look like there's no bedrock, and to make it look like it just goes straight into void, but this touches that stuff, so I'll have to do some fancy work to try and get this to not look bad and make it still look like it's a void, right? I also think I'm gonna make more of an effort to hold the Totem of Undying in my offhand. I'm not, like, I just haven't really used it, held it before, because I like to have my food in my offhand, and I also like to swap blocks out when I'm building and stuff, but I think I'm going to make more of an effort to hold it because, well, I really don't want to lose this world. I've realized recently that I'm, like, so invested, and I just don't want to lose this world because I don't know where I'm going to go from here because I have so many ideas, but it only works with the lore that I have for this world. And I don't want to have to rebuild all this stuff in a new hardcore world. So if I restart, I most likely won't rebuild it in a new world. So, yeah, at the moment, I really don't want to lose it. So, yeah, like I said, I'm just going to be holding the totem my offhand more. So, I did some digging around and emptying out some old shulker boxes that had a bunch of junk in them, and I found out I have a lot more than I initially thought I did. There's quite a bit here. I mean, there's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 26 shulker boxes. Oh god, I have a lot more than I thought I did. But anyways, I need to start working on the cliff walls. I have been terrified of doing that forever now. Like, I have just not known where to begin, and I've been scared. I've been scared of starting, but I think I'm just gonna just finally get to work. I'm gonna start here and go that way, meaning I'm actually going to set up another conduit. I'll just move that one because I don't have any more prismarine. So, yeah, I'm just gonna get to work. Hi, Gerald. How are you doing? Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so I have a little something going here. Not perfect, not bad, though. So, I think with just this little strip, it doesn't look the best. Like, this spot here looks too symmetrical. But I feel like once we have more in, it'll be looking better. And again, once all the water is drained out of here, I'm going to go back and add, like, cobblestone, andesite, iron ore, coal ore to make it look better so it's not just stone. So you don't have to worry about that. Hello, Gerald. You want up on the beacon? No? Okay. You have fun swimming then. Yeah, I think this is starting to look decent. Obviously, I'll come back and tinker with this later down the line. One thing I also forgot to mention is that there will be stairs and slabs implemented into this as well to make it look even better. But now I'm debating whether I want to do the texture variation and everything before the water is drained. I'm not sure. Maybe I will. I'll think about it. But for now, I'm just going to keep going. Actually, I think I'm just going to end the episode. I'll do some more work off camera, of course. I'm going to keep going, but I'll just end the episode here. It might have been short, but I know I was rambling on a lot at the beginning of the episode, so I'm not sure. But thank you all for watching this episode of Minecraft Hardcore. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like to let me know, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from this series and content similar to this. See you guys next time.